Welcome back to the Jungle Gardeners. Today we're going to do just a quick video on 5 different flower species you can grow in the winter in zone 9B or 10 in your garden for a pop of color and for some cut flowers. So these are 5 that we've started having some luck with. First up here we've got the Dahlia. Haven't spent too much time growing them. This is our second season growing them. They didn't do super well in the spring. They're doing a little better now in the winter. I'm not sure how long they last cut, but this one's been blooming for about 4 days now, so probably does pretty well as a cut flower, this particular variety. And this pack came in a few different colors. So there was that cream, there's this red, that one was a more of a fuchsia colored one that has dropped all of its petals now. Those are the only 3 colors we've seen so far. I have a suspicion there might be some yellow as well. But anyway, those are the dahlias that you can grow, and they seem to like a moderate moisture level. They can do part shade, part sun, and they don't like the heat. So once the summer comes, those guys are going to die off pretty fast. Next up is the calendulas, and we have a few different varieties growing here. We've got them in pots. I've also got them growing in a cinder block bed that I'll show you in a little bit. And these guys did not like the warmth last year. Last year we started them in the spring, and by the time they were going to bloom, summer had started and they quickly died before they ever bloomed. So they did not like our humidity and the rains that we got in the summer. They tanked very fast once the rains and humidity started. So this is a winter flower for Southwest Florida and other zone 9B areas where you have a wet summer. They're looking great now. I'm loving them. These guys seem to last for a couple days, so they could be a short-lived cut flower, and they have medicinal herbal properties. I haven't used them for that yet, but that is what I've read. Here's another one of the calendulas, another variety we've got growing, and these ones are growing in the cinder blocks of our cinder block bed, and they're doing really well there. So they seem to do fine with the sandy soil that we filled the cinder blocks with, and they're playing well with our herbs that we have in this bed. Now these were started from seed, same with the dahlias. They were both started from seed that we purchased online. And another flower that we start from seed is the Gompphrenas that you see here. They're growing now, but they don't look super. They did really well actually in our hot, humid summer. They did amazing all summer long. They were huge, covered in blooms the entire season, and only started to die in the fall. So these are seeds that reseeded themselves, that dropped from our summertime crop of Gompphrenas. They're gorgeous. They're great as a dried flower. So if you like to do dried arrangements or potpourri, these are perfect for that. They've got these papery flowers that dry really nice. You also can apparently use them to make like a tea, maybe not for flavor, but at least for color, like these fuchsia ones over here. Absolutely gorgeous. And they're great in an arrangement to add a little pop of globular color amongst other flowers, or by themselves, just a pure Gomphrena bouquet. I've done that and they look beautiful. And again, these were started from seed, and these ones all reseeded themselves in this bed, so I'm really happy with those. And mostly a summer flower for here in zone 9B. They actually like the heat and humidity. Not as happy in the winter. You can see they've got all kinds of fungal diseases going on and just not a whole lot of growth. So summertime better, but they will tolerate and survive the winter. And the 4th flower that is growing in the winter, but again, just like the Gomphrena, it's only tolerating the winter. It actually preferred our hot, humid summer and did great all summer long. This is Celosia, and the Celosia, again, like the Gomphrena, have papery flowers that do really well if you want to dry them for arrangements or potpourri. It's a great dried flower, gorgeous pop of color. You can apparently eat the leaves, you know, when it's a young plant. It can be like a cooked green. I haven't tried it yet because I mostly wanted them as a pop of color for cuttings, for doing cut flowers and arrangements for, you know, friends and family or just in the house. And yeah, it's great. This plant is actually alive, left over from, we planted it last spring. It's in this big pot way over here, and it's still doing great. Not super happy. It doesn't love the winter weather, but it's surviving. In the summer, it's going to look way better. And again, these started it from seeds. Really easy to start from seeds. Really prolific. Here's some that I started from seeds in the winter that you can see it's kind of meh, not super happy. It's alive, tolerating the weather, but it really preferred our heat and humidity in the summer. And my final recommendation is roses. Even though we're down here in Southwest Florida and people think, oh, you can't grow roses. I miss the roses I had in my New England garden. Well, please go back to New England. We don't want you here anyway. Sorry, not sorry, but we've had enough northerners moving down here and destroying our southern charm. So if you do want roses, though, we can grow them. You just have to get the varieties that are bred for Florida. So this is like a Florida cracker rose or something. I'm not sure. Started it from a cutting that I got from my mother. She grows it all over her yard. And we've started more cuttings in our yard. You can see it's covered in roses right now, just absolutely blooming. Loving this weather. It also loves our summer. Blooms all year round. Really going crazy right now. You got to keep pruning it to keep the flowers going. If you're looking for rose hips, I haven't gotten a lot of luck getting hips out of these for like making tea, but it's great for if you want petals, if you want to save flower petals for any kind of decoration. You got a friend with a wedding coming up, you can save these, harvest the petals every day. You can keep them for up to a week, maybe even longer in the fridge in a Ziploc bag. Beautiful color. They do okay as a cut flower, but not super perky. They don't last super long like the roses you buy at the store. It's a different variety, but that's fine because at least we get something. And this is just another view of that same rose bush, just going absolutely bonkers right now. And you can prune yours to not take over an entire section of your garden like this one did, but I like to let things go wild and be their best selves and do what they want. And so that's what this rose is doing. And it is actually attractive to some of our native bees. So even though it's not a native plant, I usually try to get people into native plants. It's still, I have seen native halictid bees and even longhorn bees on these blooms. Not good for a cut flower, but this is a good native plant to have for the wildlife. This is tropical sage, so remember to also always plant natives for the wildlife. You can plant some non-natives for you for cut flowers. Also scooch in some natives there for our wildlife always. Anyway, those are your 5 wintertime cut flowers to grow in Zone 9B. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.